Hello there, and thanks for joining me. I'm Elaine from Petal Pumpkins. Now today's project is this amazing box. The name this box has been given is the Impossible Box, and I think you might be able to spot why. Isn't it one sheet of paper, and you've got your box and lid attached? Amazing, isn't it? Anyway, why don't I show you how to make this? Now, I first saw this on Julie D'Amato's channel, The Paper Pixie. She makes everything look so simple, and I have to say it wasn't quite straightforward, so I have had a few attempts at this. But anyway, let me show you how we make it. I'll get my scoreboard. Now, we've got a piece of paper cut out at 8.5 by 8. Okay, that's about 8.5 inch across the way and 8 inches down. We're now going to score at 2, 4, 6 and 8 and rotate, and we're going to score at 2, 5, 6 and 7. Now this line here is going to be a very important line. Now I'm going to turn it down to the 6-inch line, and we're going to notch now. We're going to notch. So in the middle, every panel is 2 inches, and then we've got our panel for wrapping it together. I'm just going to notch at the 1, the 3, the 5 and the 7. Okay, and that's where the bending motion is going to all take place. Okay, so here we have our sheet of paper here. I'm going to show you a piece of paper that I had previously made. It's just a scrap of paper. So we've got our 4 sections. The shaded sections here are the parts that we're actually going to cut. We're going to cut away. Okay, so let me fold that back over again. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to turn it round and work the way that works best for me. So starting at the section we're going to cut off completely, and we're going to cut away at the 8.5 inch to 8 inch panel here, and we're taking that cleanly. So at the 1 inch mark, between the halfway point here, we're going to work right down to the 5 inch line. Okay, perfect. And we're going to cut down the joining line again. Just go back over that, it's not quite meeting, and pull away. Okay, so we're at the 1 inch line again, and we're going to cut down to the 5 inch line. Okay, I'm making this as awkward as I possibly can today. And again, down to the 5 inch line. It's not quite there, is it? Nearly there. Pop away. Oh, that's a bit of a ragged edge. It is one of these projects where you be better to get it just right. And the last one here. Okay, and if I open it up and show you, that's not a great line, is it? Anyway, so this is where we're at the moment. Okay, so for now, what we're going to do, we're going to bring this top section here and bring it forward. Okay, going to fold it forward, and let's go and burnish the other lines now. Okay, we'll burnish all the other score lines, making sure that on this top section you spend a fair bit of time making sure these lines are creased well, because that will play a vital role when we come to put the box together. Okay, and the paper's coming apart here. Okay, so now we have a project. We've still got this part folded over, and the idea when the box goes together is we're going to put that in here just like that. Okay, so let's cut away these lines. This is the base of the box. Okay, so we're going to take away this corner here, and we're just going to nick in here just so that it's got a neater close. Okay, and we'll just pop up here. There we are now. There we go. Okay, so we've now got our box. You could fold it over here. But before we do, let's attach our panels. Now we have 4 panels of silver foil, 4 panels of Feels Like Frost DSP, and these are for the 2-inch mark here, and for the top here we have 4 panels of the silver, and if I can put my hand on them, we've got 4 panels, there we are, of the DSP again. Okay, now each of these panels, these ones are measuring 1 7/8 of an inch square, and these ones are measuring 1 3/4 square, and the top panels are both measuring 1 7/8 by 3/4, and this DSP is measuring 1 3/4 by 5/8. Okay, so if we put the box together, there we are, and I'll show you how that comes. We'll just put a piece of tape, I think today we'll just put some tape on it. Okay, just along. There we are now. Just using this for quickness. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply all our panels. Okay. There we are. So we've got panels here ready to go on. Let's get these done. That's one panel. What do you all think of the new catalogue? New autumn winter catalogue is amazing this year. I think that some of the projects on it are, well, some of the stamp sets and papers I do prefer to last year's, I have to be honest. I think I'll keep a hold of some of them for longer this time, I think, definitely. Okay. Yeah, they're... I just love silver and gold for this time of year, so I think this year's catalogue is... it's got more of my style of card, more of my papers, and the sentiments in some of the sets are... well, they're just lovely, aren't they? Let's go. Here we are now. Now this, I'm just doing this for quickness for you, just so that you can see. Now it's going a bit neat, I think. Okay. Because I have got another one I'll show you, because unfortunately I was halfway through my tutorial and my phone went. Who else has had that problem? So this is take 2. In actual fact, it probably is take 6, but we won't go into that. So I'm now trying to, let's eyeball that. It's a make do tutorial now, because I don't want to start all over again. So you'll actually see 2 projects put together here. Okay. There we are. Now I'm not going to put the top bit on just now. You can see exactly how it goes. What I do want to show you is how the mechanism works. You know, that folds in there. So we have this up here. We've got this flap that we haven't turned down yet, but I want to press it down into position before I do that. Okay, so it seems to be going down nicely. Let's fold these all away. I'll get that folded over while we're working here. And that's the base folded in. Okay, so, and that's the back of the box. Okay, so we want to make sure. Okay, so let's go ahead now, put this in. Okay. We fold it down. Okay, so now I want to show you the box that I was working on when my phone went with the lid. You know, I've applied the top. Now the next stage, when I find the back, is to apply our sentiment. Okay, so what I used our layering circles, and I used Snowman Season Sentiment. Now this is a fantastic set. It's going to be lots and lots of fun with this one. Okay, so we stamped with Versamark. Okay, we'll stamp the project, and with the embossing powder, silver embossing powder, we applied some heat. I'm not going to do it on camera because I've already got one that I've already done, and just to save time, I've heat embossed it. So I've got this lovely silver colour, and we're ready to apply it on the project. Again, I'm just going to use some tape for the purposes of the tutorial. Okay, I applied it. Now the DSP that was used on the project is from the Feels Like Frost. I think I'm going to have to order another pack of this paper already. It's just lovely. My kind of paper. Now there we are, we've got our Let It Snow. And because making bows is not a strong point of mine, I've prepared one before we came on air. And I've used a piece of white, a piece of the white ribbon, and I'm going to attach it with, it measured probably 4 inches. There we are, and then I'm going to put one of our clear gems on just to finish it off. Now that looks a bit off, wouldn't you say? Yeah, it's not looking great. I'm going to have to play around with that to get it looking exactly how I want it. But hopefully you've got the idea of the box. Okay, and the ribbon's a bit ski-whiff. But at the end of the day, this is our finished project. And I think it's worked out great. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'm going to get the measurements on at the end. Thank you.